Welcome on this beautiful summer evening. Well, it's almost summer anyways. It's like the last day of spring. Just a quick update. I'm going to be very busy with cars and stuff, so the videos are going to come in slowly for the computers. But I just got a nice shipment of stuff from Europe, so we're going to be building some 286s, some 386s, several 386s, a 486. I'll give you guys a quick tour of that later. But for now, this is just a really cool, hopefully it's cool, quick sneak preview of what's going to happen around here on this channel. So pardon the mess. I think some of you may have seen this machine around. I'm not sure if it was featured even in the background of my videos. This was/is a 286. Well, it's a flip-top case, and the motherboard broke, but I sourced another one from Romania. So that's going to get put together soon. We'll go into the other room now. Over here we have a 386 on the bottom there. That'll be my first project, just to modify the case. The top one is a beautiful high-screen 386SX case. Nothing in it except the power supply, which is switching. Get a little bit closer view on that there. And this one's going to need a bit of work. Basically, this case cover is from a different system and doesn't exactly fit. So I will be taking it to work tomorrow and cutting it to fit. Just notching the back end over there. Alright, continuing on through our pile of European imports. So I will go through that in a bit later, but here is a DX250 486, which came with an original Intel chip, which I've already swapped out for an IBM Lightning style chip to go with the IBM theme. And an IBM keyboard. And an IBM LCD, and some mice. Whichever one of these works will be used for both PS2. So this one originally came with an 8-speed CD-ROM, 4 megs of RAM, and a 250 meg hard drive. I will be upgrading that to a 540 meg hard drive, and I've already upgraded the CD-ROM to a Creative unit because it will be also receiving a Creative Labs Vibra 16, possibly S, I'm not sure, sound card, and Creative Labs branded speakers to go with it. So it's kind of like a IBM Creative clone. I don't know. So it's pretty good shape. This is one that requires not too much work. So you see, there's nothing else but a video card in there. Oh, and then this. Yeah. I doubt any of that is true. In fact, I know it isn't, but it looks pretty good there, so I left it. And I guess we could have a look inside. Came with compact type screws. So yeah, it originally came with a 512 meg video card, and I took this one out of the 386 that I'll be working on later on, and just swapped them out, put the 1 meg in here and the 512 in there. It just seems to make more sense. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you can. But there is the CPU. That's as close as lightning. You can kind of make out the ning. Anyways, it is a DX2 drop-in replacement. It has some sort of cache, it has some stuff on the hard drive. I haven't checked it out, but it's pretty neat. It has a Dallas RTC as well. Hooray! Seems to be the theme of this shipment. But it works. So, alright there. This one also seems to have an integrated I/O. There are some COM ports there with no headers, which I will fasten at some point. There's the printer header seems to be here, and that's it. That's well, it's a build for another day. It literally should take me a day to put this thing together properly. So all right, let's go through this pile of stuff in here as well. Okay, so this came out of like a huge server tower case. The side panel for that is over here. The case was broken. I basically bought it for parts And it came with some pretty interesting things, like this. Not sure if any of this works, but I will be testing this VESA local bus Cirrus Logic. Looks like a 1 megger to me, so I'll be checking that out. No, that's a coprocessor. Whatever. Standard cable. Actually, this is not standard cabling. This has this extension piece on it for a tape backup drive. Anyways, whatever. I'm not going to show you guys the cable. It's rather boring stuff. Here are some of those serial headers. But I might just throw that out. It's fairly rusted. So yeah, typical 90s hard drive enclosure. I don't have the key for it, so I mean, without bending this open to pull it out, I don't know if I'm going to use this. It came in that server case. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll stuff a drive in there and just put it in there for looks. No idea. Standard 1.44 floppy with a weird face on it. This is a 16-bit LPT port. Bit corroded there. I'm going to clean that one up because the rest of the card is actually in pretty good shape. First, I'm going to test it. Again, I don't know if any of this works. This is going to definitely require repairs. The top panel popped off there. There's some part that came off as well. But I have another one right here. So I'll be using that as a guide to how to fix this one. Moving on. Empty static bag. A 286 motherboard that came in from Romania. This will be used. I'll be building a 286 probably after I fix that 486. Either out of this motherboard, which is a 16 megahertz AMD based board with what do we have? SIPs and DIP RAM here, not populated at all. I have SIPs for it. So this one needs a barrel battery. Or, I mean, not a barrel battery, I'll put in something else, 3.6 volt rechargeable. I have a whole bunch. These have been resoldered by the previous owner. I'm told this works. So, we'll see about that. And then there's another 286 board he sent, which is also working apparently. But it has, what does it have? The dreaded RTC from Dallas. This one at least is socketed, so it's not going to be a pain in the ass to remove. This one comes populated with what looks like a meg of RAM, but no tag chips, which is fine because I have tag chips from an XT, but I think they're like 150 nanoseconds. Anyways, I'm pretty sure if I scrounge around I can find the parity chips for this. If not, again, it has SIMs. So one of these two boards will be used in the 286 16 megahertz AT build. Well, that's just a bunch of shipping material in here. Parts from that server case, and satisfying IBM type switch with a little condom on it. But yeah, no, I had salvaged that because I mean this is just useful in any project. Front panel with the 7-segment display up into the 100s. I just salvaged the whole thing. It looks like it fits squarely into a... no, it's bigger than a 5 1/4 inch, but whatever. I could use that for parts. Bag full of goodies. I'm going to be replacing the 386's I guess expansion port covers with these ones because, well, they're not rusted, whereas the other ones are. And this is just metal from the case. And the last thing that remains to be tested is this board. This is a 486 VIA chipset with VESA local bus, integrated I/O, some amount of RAM. That's actually, no, it just says Germany on it, and that is the original IBM clone over there, CPU DX250. I know that it works, so it's not configured for this board. I just put it in there because, well, it needed a home. I didn't want to just plop it on the shelf. So looks like it has a considerable amount of cache, 256K cache. So if this works, it's got one of these, not barrel batteries, but small dime batteries. I'm sure that's dead. Anyways, I can test that. I don't know what happened to the ground there. So yeah, this is perhaps another project. Have a look at that BIOS chip. That's weird. I'm actually gonna, yeah, I'm gonna plug this in and see if it even works with whatever that is. It looks interesting. So anyways, there's a whole bunch of things here for me to do, which I will slowly be doing over the course of the summer. So see you then.